My Amazon FBA business has failed miserably. I lost about $42,000. I'm desperate. What did I do wrong, for God's sake? This is, in a nutshell, an email that was sent to us recently by one of our viewers. And in today's conversation, we are going to dissect the whole thing and explain and help our viewers get back to the profit zone. So if you are interested in this kind of topics, I want you to stick around till the end. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, we actually want to talk about a series of emails that we received recently from one of our viewers, Lance, to name him, and he said my Amazon FBA business has failed miserably. I lost $42,185.69 to be specific. I am desperate. What did I do wrong, for God's sake? So to actually establish the foundation for today's conversation, we are going to, so what's really going on? I'm going to give the synopsis of this case so that all of our viewers, and we know we have a wonderful, smart, very experienced Amazon FBA sellers in our audience, so they can pitch in, they can contribute to the conversation. So this is about Lance. So Lance is a 47-year-old. He has had an Amazon FBA store since 2017. Last year alone, he lost $50,000 ever since. So since 2017, he lost an accumulative amount of $50,000. And he sells electronics and related products. Okay, and basically he has been doing drop shipping from AliExpress, and Lance is married with 3 young kids, and he also owns eBay and Etsy stores. So he's present not only on Amazon, he's also present on eBay and Etsy store. Now the thing is that obviously on eBay and Etsy stores he sells other products, and so the good thing here is that we have a ray of positivity is that the other stores are profitable. So the eBay store is profitable, and so is the Etsy store. So the problem today is about the Amazon FBA store. So, dear viewers, please feel free to pitch in. One thing we want to say here is that we have actually been talking to Lance via email for the last 5 weeks, and he has said a lot. He has shown us his store, his Amazon store, and for privacy reasons, he did not want us to divulge his store in the show, so we're not going to show the store, but basically we went through his stores. He has one store. We went through the store. We saw a lot of things that could be improved, and we are going to talk about those things today. So first things first, Lance, one thing I want to say here is that we went through your store and you said, I have failed miserably. I have lost nearly $50K or $42K, whatever. It doesn't really matter. You are desperate. The thing is, you need to understand how e-commerce, especially Amazon FBA, works in general. The thing is that it's not a quick and easy route to passive income. So because when we were talking to you, you said, well, I thought I was going to become millionaire by now. And our answer is, it takes time. Basically, you have to actually learn the ropes. You have to actually understand that it is a long-term investment. So Amazon is very competitive, okay? Especially in the electronics niche that you're in, it is very competitive. So simply because you are drop shipping items from AliExpress, thinking that they will be cheap so you can sell them for a reasonable margin in the States, a lot of folks hundreds of thousands of folks are doing the same thing that you are doing. So I want you to really recalibrate your thinking and think of long term. Okay, so e-commerce is not a quick and easy route to passive income. It takes time. Okay, the right product, it takes time to find the right product, the right market. And also, you need to choose a niche you have a genuine interest in. When we were speaking to you, sometimes it felt to us like you are not really interested in electronics. The thing is that you are selling electronics and related products, but you yourself have no. I mean, we didn't see the passion. Like, you're just thinking of this as just a side gig to make money, but you got to have interest in the products you're selling. Okay, because the thing is that when times are slow, when things are bad, you need to find in yourself that passion to keep going, and we haven't seen that. So one thing we want to say here is that if you are selling electronics, either you find a way to rekindle your passion for the electronics products, or you think about selling something else. Okay, or you find people in your team who have experience and passion. Passion is important, and passion for the electronics that you are selling. Okay, so first things first, e-commerce is not a quick and easy route to passive income. And number two, you want to choose a niche you have a genuine interest in. This is really important. And I'm not asking you to change your niche overnight. If you don't want that, that's fine, but you need to recalibrate your passion for electronics. Those are fundamentals before we even give you any kind of advice. And Lance, you got to be careful here. Why am I saying this? Well, the thing here is that you always want to go back to Amazon FBA Success 101. We talked to you about this in our emails, but we're going to say it again because we were not really sure you understood what we meant. The thing here is that you got to build an organic audience, because you have been spending a lot of cash on PPC campaigns, or you've been doing a lot of social media marketing, social media ads. That's fine. You did some work on Facebook. You actually advertise on Facebook. You did some advertising on Pinterest, on Instagram. And the question is, why don't you want to build an organic audience? Okay, what about making sure that you know the demographic of your customers? You know, were they buying points? So were they buying products from your rivals? How do they buy those things? Okay, and are they seasonal buyers, or are they year-long buyers? Okay, so you need to have a way to identify your customers, because otherwise, how are you going to write convincing content for your blog? For example, when we talk about building an organic audience, this can come from blogs, that can come from landing pages. The whole thing is, do not rely too much on external traffic in terms of advertising. You need to actually think about other forms of promotion, because the thing is, you have been relying too much on paid traffic, and that has not worked very well for you. Okay, and the thing is, you only relied on one platform, Amazon for that matter, for sales. No, this is a big no-no. Lance, this is a big no-no. The thing here is that Amazon is great, but the thing is that the competition is so high already on Amazon that if you want your Amazon FBA business to actually become profitable, you need to find multiple sources of traffic. So your blog, through your blog, for example, you got to have a blog, or see, having a blog is not that complicated. You can have actually writers who can write great copy, great content for your blog, and you can get this at a very good prices on Fiverr, for example, on Upwork, on freelancer.com. Okay, folks can actually write great copy for you for $5, $10. That's one article right there. Okay, so, and you can think email newsletters. Okay, you can think about there are a lot of forms. You can think about discounts. You can think about promotions, things you can do to actually generate traffic without necessarily paying for ads or relying on one platform only. So very important. Lance, solution idea number one. I want you to keep reasonable expectations. The thing that's going on with you is that you have such a high. I'm not asking you to actually lower your expectations to bring it too low. No. But the thing is, when we were speaking to you, your expectations were just too high. You know, you were thinking, listen, I'm going to become a millionaire after 3 years or 5 years. Things don't work that way. You got to keep reasonable expectations. And the thing is, you got to really know that a lot of businesses fail on Amazon. You're not just the only one. Do not actually hurt yourself by thinking, well, I'm a failure or whatever. No, 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 no. There are no tricks or magic. Only the correct approach, experience, ongoing learning, advertising, product offerings, trials and errors. See, it's a constellation of many things. It's a combination of many things that, in the end, make you a successful Amazon FBA store. You got to try. You have to try. Okay. And the thing is that make sure that, again, you pay attention to what really matters. In your case, what matters is to know your demographics properly. You are selling electronics. Know your demographics. Who are your buyers? What is their demographics? What, do they buy seasonally? Do they buy year long? Okay. And what makes them buy? In other words, what is the motive? What is the rationale? You need to know the why. You need to know why people are buying stuff. In general, why are they buying your rival's products? Okay, this is really important. So make sure that you keep your expectations in check. Do not have false expectations. This is not really good for you. And please also do not pursue sales or revenue. I want you to pursue profit. See, that's what you did in the last 5 years, and you lost nearly 50K, 42,000 and some 43,000 or 50K. I mean, you need to pursue profit. Okay, you need to understand there is a difference between sales and profit, and what's going on here is that pursuing sales is not the same as chasing income. Always think profitability is the essential aspect of your organization that will keep you living and developing in the future. Very, very important. So the thing is that so for instance, if you are actually spending on ads, if you're spending on email newsletters, if you're spending on PPC campaigns, don't think about revenue. Think about profit. Is this strategy profitable for me? Now, is this strategy able to bring me more revenue? Very important. So I want you to recalibrate your thinking in that department. Solution idea number 2. Lance, where you really want to take care of the fundamentals. When we speak about Amazon FBA, there are some fundamentals that you have to think about so that you can actually stem the negative tide that you have right now, the losses that you have. And one thing you want to do here is you need to think about the reviews. We actually took a look at your store, and the ratio of good reviews versus bad reviews is just too high. Okay, so Lance, you really want to take care of that. We already told you, but we are reiterating. We want to reiterate this point here, because even minor issues can result in negative customer reviews or comments, broken products that do not last as long as promised, and other matters may disappoint buyers, resulting in an overflow of negative reviews. Okay, so customers are more likely to read product reviews before purchasing a product, which will eventually affect your sales and income. And the thing on Amazon is that the reviews play an important role when it comes to the algorithm. So Amazon will actually pay attention to your product reviews, and if the ratio of bad to good reviews is not really in your favor, they're not going to push your store to the top. Which is why we told you in our emails to really, first of all, you want to answer all reviews. See, the thing is, you have reviews unanswered for the last 3 years. Think about it, Lance. What's up with that? You need to answer all the negative reviews. It doesn't matter. You see, later. It's better later than never. So you want to answer, you want to provide your perspective on what really happens, because future buyers are going to read those reviews before placing orders. Okay, very important. And I want you to you need to have a systems mindset. You must begin establishing systems in your FBA store and strategies for how you accomplish things. It doesn't matter if you do it yourself, you have somebody helping you, or you buy some software to do things, but you need to have a vision. Okay, so you need to have a vision, and this will help you actually map out the whole process from point A from A to Z, from when you get products, from how you drop ship products to how you actually deliver them. This is really important. Okay, and if you need to expand your workforce and business, you need to create processes to handle projects, people, and operations. Okay, please make sure that you have a system in place. You gotta have that, Lance. You need to have that. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about Lance, who said that his Amazon FBA business has failed miserably, and he's looking for ways and tactics to actually, to actually stem the losses that he has had in the last 5 years. So, and Lance is 47 years old, and he has had an Amazon FBA store since 2017. He lost between 43 and 50 grand ever since he started. Okay, he sells electronics and related products, and he drop ships from AliExpress, and he also owns eBay and Etsy stores, which are profitable. And he's married with 3 young kids. And solution idea number 3, Lance, what you want to do here, you want to focus on your Amazon stores data. Here we are going we are going to look at your store itself, and things that are really important. You need to actually pay attention to things like accounting, your purchasing records. And you might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with my Amazon performance? Well, it's all about compliance. Yeah, it's all about compliance. The thing is that you told us, and we actually verified it, that you had some problems with Amazon in the past, which brings me to the thing that you need to actually comply. You need to actually be careful about how you run your store. Okay, so the thing here is that think about accounting. Think about having perfect and comprehensive purchasing records, especially when it comes to your dropshipping contracts, to know precisely what your margins are. Remember, if you're buying from China and they're shipping from China, think about shipping. Think about, are you making money at all? Let's go back to 101. Let's go back to your cost. What is your cost? We asked you that question. You were not able to give us a clear answer. You have to give us a clear answer. Okay, and you need to have a system in place where you are able to know the cost and the revenue, so you can know the profit. Remember, you want to focus on the profit. And also, the thing is that Amazon has several rules and standards in place for all third-party sellers. So if any third-party seller violates those regulations or fails to meet Amazon's standard, Amazon will promptly report the accounts and suspend them. So when it came to poor performance, one thing we realized with your story is that you did a few things. You told us yourself that you had some problems, but you did not want to go into details. That's fine. We're not going to dig a little deeper. But one thing you need to know is that Amazon will suspend an account selling counterfeit or banned products, providing lousy customer supports, violations that has seen some violations of Amazon selling standards, operating multiple seller accounts, account being hacked, account getting hacked, getting inauthentic complaints by customers. Okay, so what I want to say here is that, Lance, you want to fix those problems. Obviously, you have had issues in the past. That's fine. The past is the past. But going forward, you need to have controls and processes in place to make sure that those issues never happen again. Solution idea number 4, Lance. One thing you want to do here is that you need to actually look at a few other things that are important. For example, what is your expansion strategy? Have you thought about where you see your store in 1 or 2 years, in 5 years? When we were discussing things with you, we had no idea what your vision was. You need to have a vision. You need to have a smart plan. You need to have a strategy of where you see yourself 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 2 years from now. That way, you know things you have to do today to reach your goals at the right time. Okay, you have to strike a balance between time and money. Your time is priceless, and as a business person, your time is so precious that you must spend it in order to regain it. Okay, really important. And I've also talked about your accounting, how you manage money. The thing that we have not seen things when we spoke with you, we did not actually see that you had a way to reinvest some cash in your business. The thing is that you have had losses. That's true. But the good thing is that you are running other stores that are profitable. So why don't you just take some of the cash that you have made on Etsy and eBay and reinvest that strategically into your Amazon FBA store. One thing that's very important to understand is that, remember, a lot of Amazon FBA stores fail, and the percentage is in the high 90%. People actually fail. More stores fail than make it on Amazon. And it's important to understand that for you, the precious thing you need to do right now is to zero in on a few products. We saw your store, you sell a lot of products. I think we saw like 109 products. That's a lot. You want to really focus on 20 products, 30 products, and start from there. And you really need to focus. The thing is, right now you are everywhere and you have been doing this for 5 years to no avail. So you need to recalibrate your thinking so that you know exactly what to do. 30 products, and as you grow, as you scale, you can add more products. Okay, that way you can focus. And because we saw that you had a lot of negative reviews on a lot of products, not just one product. So right now you just collected negative reviews on multiple products, as opposed to if you had only a few products. Even if you had negative reviews, you'll be more focused on those products and you can answer the reviews properly. So I want you to recalibrate. I want you to narrow down the catalog of products that you focus on, Lance, so that you can grow. Thank you so much for your attention, dear viewers, and thank you so much, Lance, for your question and for listening to us. If you want to continue the conversation, please, you can do so in the comment section. You can also email us. Lance, I asked you a few questions. You can email us, and not a problem. And dear viewers, beloved viewers, please feel free to pitch in. You are very smart. You're very intelligent. We have a lot of a lot of experienced Amazon FBA sellers in our audience. Feel free to pitch in and provide more commentary, more advice. We'll really appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.